Can you turn it up a little bit?
Start again.
Let's go again. Brilliant. I love it. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Brand Review, our YouTube channel. My name's Paul, and this is...
Jan. My name is Jan.
We also run a design studio
Called Hyperfocus.
Anyway, what do we do, Jan, on this channel?
So what you can expect from our channel is we review brands.
You've got custom type, you've got animations, you've got all the stuff that you want in a brand right now, today.
Really trying to become a very desirable brand and build like much more brand value with this. If there's a new rebranding, we have a look, break it down.
Yeah, we give it a score in our humble opinion, of course. We also do some history on the studio behind it as well.
And we do interviews.
We have been around for quite some time, and we have met some pretty cool people along the way.
Hi guys, it's really nice to be here. I'm excited to have a chat.
The beauty of not seeing yourself represented is that you have a unique perspective.
Oh yeah, also what we do on the channel is that we run a competition, which is a People's Choice Award. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's for you guys. We are talking about this stuff anyway, every day in the studio, and we thought, why not just turn the camera around and record some of it? What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Brand Review. All right, Manchester. First of all, it's amazing to be here, so thank you for having us. I have a slight little... What's that?
People don't see you,
Oh.
in the dark.
I have a slight little disclaimer. I am a little bit sick. I have been sick for the last 2 weeks. I'm coming out of the other end of it, and I have a little cough. So I might cough occasionally, so just to warn you. All right, should we get into this, Jan?
Yes, please. So, hi, we are Hyperfocus from Hamburg, all the way. Yeah, we are a design studio, and we want to like to give you like a little intro about ourselves.
Yeah, so we're from Hamburg, but I did not start my journey in Hamburg. I'm actually from Bradford, so I grew up in Bradford and moved to Leeds when I was a little bit older, and then resided in Manchester, which I absolutely loved, and I thought I'd be staying here for a very long time. I stayed for a few years, but I went on a little backpack adventure around the world on my own. The idea was to see a bit more than Manchester, and hopefully to end up in Australia. Along the way, I met a lady, yes, and yeah, she came from Hamburg. So yeah, I changed my course and ended up from the beautiful beaches of Thailand to the greyness of Hamburg in one fatal swoop. Yes, and from there is where I reside today.
Yeah, and at the same time, so I'm Jan, moved from the east to the west. That actually means I was grown up in East Berlin, so in East Germany. So I don't know how much you know, but it was a very isolated country, a bit like North Korea nowadays. And because I was also like already 9 years old when the wall came down, yeah, I could already like kind of realize what's happening. And that was for me a quite interesting moment, because for me my life was turning from gray or black and white to actually color. Because in East Germany there were no brands, for example, because we had like just one product for like one milk, like one chocolate, and there was no need for differentiation. So that was a quite impactful moment when I went the first time into an actual supermarket and like was kind of overwhelmed and blown away by all this kind of different things. I believe that had quite a big impact on me and who I actually became.
You always say as well that the world went from black and white into colour, right?
Yeah, right.
Similar as for me moving from Bradford to Manchester. So yeah, the journey is not, the path that we go on as creatives is not straight. as you know, we will talk about this as well. And the chances of Jan and I actually meeting after the journeys that both of us have had, I took the liberty of asking Gemini, and the result was 1 in 2.5 trillion. The odds of us actually coming together and signing something.
Yeah, so it's just
Good odds,
a
huh?
massive coincidence that we are on this stage tonight. But anyway, 30 years later, we ended up opening our studio, Hyperfocus. That is our new office. We just moved in. It's very raw at the moment, but we love it.
Yeah, we now have a dog as well, Sydney.
Yeah, making also a mess, even more it's
Absolutely.
getting even more messy with Sydney.
Yeah, but we couldn't do it without our team. We like to say that we're an international team of design romantics who believe that ambitious ideas and aesthetic beauty can bring about a better future. And hopefully all these smiling faces represent that as well. Yeah, so over the years as well, we've got to work with some pretty cool brands as well who've given us the opportunity to express and trust our creativity. We don't need to dwell on the old logo wall for too long.
No, because actually the real reason why what we want to talk about today is also telling you this journey is not a straight line. So also our way from Berlin and from Bradford to opening Hyperfocus was, we definitely fall into the water a couple of times, like this guy on the skateboard. And there's a lot of reasons because why this is. And for example, nowadays, if you look at the state of the industry, there's a lot of things happening and influencing what's going on. So we have, of course, technology changing dramatically, the way we work. We have these big, massive networks that consolidate the market. And there's 10,000 of people who are influenced by that as well. And then we have political things we can't influence. So there's just a lot of things happening around us we can't influence. So the world is messy, the industry is messy, and so are we.
Yeah, so we're all about embracing that chaos, and I think a really great place to start for that is I'm sure that a lot of you have these views on a Monday morning. Your Figma boards, yes, that's a mess, isn't it? Yeah, but in there somewhere there is some gold, and that's what we're looking for, and we believe that there should be that space for this. We should be allowed to be messy. We should be allowed to find where we're going through that kind of creative chaos, because.
Yeah, I mean, we also I don't think our clients expect that our work.
We don't show this, do we? No.
No, and but sometimes you have to step back, and maybe start over again. But when you then again, like Paul says, find these little secrets in there and these little nuggets, then you can actually put something together that works. So that's also an example of how we present our work. So we do it more in a horizontal way, and trying to tell a visual story, and not doing it slide by slide, just to give a nice holistic expression of how all these elements we are using work together.
I think that's super important. In that process, we're experimenting with lots and lots of different things. So when you're building a brand, as you know, there's multiple touch points. So I think in that messiness, you get to experience the whole brand at different touch points in a totally different way. And once you find that, then this is a way that we can actually kind of focus in on some of those things.
Yeah, and again, the line is never straight, but at the end of this line, for us, most of the time there's a good result and a shiny brand video.
A little video, right?
Yeah. By the way, that is Heimplanet, one of our long-time clients. They build inflatable tents. Pretty cool stuff. You should check it out. Yeah, as we say, things go wrong all the time, and we believe that's okay. And we are not alone. You are not alone with this, and that's why we also want to share, like, some examples where things went wrong for us.
Yeah, so what do you do after you've started a design studio? How much more can you get out of your comfort zone? Well, you start a YouTube channel, of course. And that's what we did. And our aim there really was to kind of, at the end of the day, we were talking about these things all day, every day in the studio, and we just wanted to really just share them with everybody. At the beginning, we were really documenting our journey and just showing like the things that we were going through on a daily basis. But after a while, we found like a format that we really enjoyed, which was talking about brands. So we got the opportunity to talk about a lot of the new brands that were coming out at the time, and look at the studios, look at the work behind it, look at the logo, the colors, all the collateral. And you know, in a way, we are really celebrating those studios and celebrating those brands. And at the end, we would always give like a little score, in our humble opinion, of course. But the idea was really to share these thoughts with the community and get you guys engaged and active on doing that. So we were, you know, thinking, yeah, pretty good, yeah? Mm-hmm. So why don't we do interviews? So, yes, Lisa Smith. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure everyone knows who Lisa Smith is. Absolutely incredible powerhouse. She's changing the game. Amazing, amazing woman, and very, very talented. And we got the chance to meet Lisa through Brian Collins at an event. They introduced us. And she actually recognized us because one of our first videos, one of the brand reviews, was actually on Burger King. So we struck up a conversation, absolutely fantastic. And yeah, we got the chance to interview her. Yeah? Yeah,
and then we met for this interview. It was an online interview, and we had a great chat, a good time. And in the middle of the interview, we had to like just press record on our camera.
We're professional, right?
We are professional.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we have a little snippet of what happened then.
Beautiful. Actually leads me on to my next question, because you worked with these really big companies and working on these big projects, from Fanta to Chobani. We're actually going to go into a bit of Chobani shortly. I think we need to restart the camera quickly.
See, our recording's all working?
Yeah.
You're not recording the video as well?
Messy, very, very messy. Yeah, after half an hour of discussing some very intense branding stuff about history and everything, yeah, she was not recording. But the video ended up being great. We started again from the beginning. Second time was better. And again, this is that uneven path that we're all on. Sometimes things go wrong, and things go wrong for a reason. And I think this was a really great example. It still makes me cringe, but I'm sharing it with you guys.
That was a terrible moment.
Yeah. So, what do we do then? We do it again, right?
Yeah, we love complexity when we do our videos, so we also travel. So in this case to London to meet Simon and Apoorva from Dixon Buxey. And then we bring all our equipment, and Paul, I'm like more like the guy, okay, let's have one camera and maybe one mic.
No.
No, Paul wants like 3-4 different angles and 5 microphones and B-roll and everything, and yeah.
Yeah, and so we took all our equipment down. Dixon Buxey have just released this book called Remix, a very important book, I think, just in the fact that it is a book, and it's not digital, which is great. And, you know, it's just a new way of expressing their work. And Simon's very, very passionate about it, and so is Apoorva. So again, there's a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, right? That we get this right in the end. So we set things up, yeah? Did the video. Thought, yeah, great. Got back to the office, and out of focus.
And we are Hyperfocus, so it's...
And please don't tell Simon, all right, because this is a secret. Yeah, I procrastinated over this for such a long time. I was like, this is the end of our YouTube career. This is the end of the design studio. How can we ever go back and see Simon? He's blurred. And he was saying such meaningful things. If you ever get to hear or meet him, he's very profound in the things that he says, and we just thought we'd missed them forever. But luckily, this is the only time, I know we're all not big fans of AI, but this is the only time that AI actually saved our ass. So I did a bit of research and figured out how to run Simon's face through AI, built him back up, and we ended up putting a pretty good video together, I think. And we're going to show you a little clip and see you can see the comparison. Recently, we travelled to London to meet world-renowned design studio Dixon Baxi. They've just released a book called Remix, where they take a deep dive into the past 2 years of design and creativity at the studio. They've turned it into a book. It's an incredible feat of design and execution. Pova and Simon and the team have championed this medium, and it's an incredible result. We got the chance to sit with them, look through all the work, and were amazed by the result. Wait for it, wait for it.
Sometimes you just need to make things for
Where
the
is
sake
he?
of making them.
Is he sharp?
So they're personal in some senses, but
Look at
we rarely do personal projects that we just keep to ourselves. We try and share them. And again, I just being selfish. I'm a trained graphic designer. I'm a designer, so I spent decades creating work. But obviously, as you get to the point where I am, where you're running a studio, you don't design that often, like hands-on. So I wanted to actually design something and make something. So I was a large part of designing this.
Thank you, AI. You did something good for us.
All right. Our learnings also on that journey is that, like, everyone we met and everyone is basically telling us the same. They're all just figuring it out. There's no one actually having, like, the master plan to, like, make a career. Like, everyone is on his own journey. And, again, there's no straight path, and everyone figures it out himself. So also to give you, like, something tangible from this talk as well, we want to share also, like, our principles we use to, how to survive and stay on track and keep focused and moving forward. So first of all, trust the process. I'm not necessarily talking about the process that you put, like, in your first presentation that shows how you would work. It's more like, the way you learned your craft and how to move forward. Because we all know, there might be a situation where you feel like, oh, I'm not moving forward, or this is getting to wrong direction. But you can always step back, and also, like, as long as you are transparent with the people you work with, in our experience, it always worked that we got back on track again.
Yeah, and this is a picture of me after I got back to the studio and looked at that footage from Dixon Baxi. But yeah, really, in adversity, stay positive, always be optimistic. There's always a way around it, and if you continue on that path, you will find your way.
Yeah, and even if something happens, there's really no point of being, like, frustrated or like having negative vibe around you, because that doesn't help no one, if you spread that kind of vibe.
Yeah, so I think we're all super fortunate and lucky to be in this industry doing the stuff that we love, and we try and remind ourselves every day just to stay excited about the stuff that we do.
Yeah, because if you think about, like, every time, like, there's a new opportunity coming in front of you, like a new project, you imagine, like, the best case outcome that could be. You think, oh, that will be a great relation with the client, the result will be amazing, and everyone is very happy at the end of the day. It's never like that, but I think it's always good, like, in like, especially when there's, like, a long-term project, and you kind of get stuck in your like working on the nitty-gritty little details, to again step away, like look at what you already have achieved, and looking at the bigger picture at the end and what you actually wanna what you wanna reach at the end of this project.
Yeah, and as we saw with the Apisans moment, share your work, and just help to break down those barriers that sometimes we put up in front of ourselves. It doesn't mean that you need to start a YouTube channel. It doesn't mean that you need to be singing, dancing about everything all the time. But even if it's just showing friends and family, just keep showing the stuff that you're doing and keep showing up.
Yeah, or come to events like this, build relations, talk to people. Also, we're always happy if people come to us and introduce themselves. So keep showing up.
Yeah, can you believe it? Jan didn't know who Mr. Messi was. Now he does, huh?
Not really, no.
But yeah, follow your North Star.
Yeah, it's important to have a vision and something you work forward to, like a purpose. So we strongly believe that we want to like leave the world in a better place than we found it. We also think that design will always have like an important impact for a healthy society, no matter what Donald Trump says or what AI does. And that's actually what drives us and keep moving every day.
Yeah, and the last thing that I would just like to say is it's really important to keep failing, keep falling, and keep getting back up. And if we keep doing that, you'll end up in the place that you want to get to. Dankeschön.
Nunca dejes de creer en mí. Tú también deberías.
Turn it up.
Tú también deberías de creer en ti. Vale más de lo que pienso. Espérame. Dime, a tu es lo que tú querías.